What's going on, guys? This is GZ. Welcome to my channel. So I did challenge with 540 with 78% damage reduction with new Demon Hunter builds for crowd control that I am actually really liking, and on top of that I use Ranger Paragon tree here because it is working really nicely with this crowd control builds that Demon Hunter got, and you can drop pretty much a lot of wind wheel, which is pretty much just like the wormhole from Wizard. As you can see here, I am pushing away enemies and they are pulling in, shrinking, and I can able to deal a lot of damage to them and have a lot of crowd control, so that is actually helping a lot. And also 10% movement speed buff from Ranger is nice as well to avoid the damage that avoid the damage from the range classes. That is actually nice for Demon Hunter as well because 78% damage reduction is insane. I can get one shot in here. Now let me get inside the builds itself that I am using so you guys would know as well. First thing, the buff which I am using are Banquet of Ice for peace. The first buff is damage dealt to enemies suffering from your continual damage effect increased by 15%, which means if you have poison, you have fire or bleed effect, you are going to have 15% more damage on that. And the second buff here is your critical hit chance is increased by 25%, and it has 10 stack, and one stack gives you 2.5% up to 25% for every enemies that is under the effect of harmful effect, that is poison, fire or bleed itself. So this is why I am using it. And when you use wind wheel, it pretty much triggered the 25% critical chance just right there, and my offhand is going to help keep that up as well, which I will get in a moment. So this is actually really well. And also chakram works really well. As you can see with the ranger, it push enemies away, which means my chakram is getting a lot of critical chance from the ranger itself and increased damage. So ranger working really nicely. Then 4 piece of V2s. First is to get beneficial duration, which works really nicely for all demon hunter skills that are considered buff, like vengeance, impale that I am using, and also knockback shot. That is nice. And since I have a lot of buff skill, I can get pretty much 30% attack speed, uptime 100% from the 4 piece buff for V2's Urge. That is 30% increase attack speed for 3 seconds. So these are my set items. Now let's talk about the essence itself. False Manifesto is what I am using, gives me 30% more attack speed for activating knockback shot, and I am combining that with my winch here chest piece, which is going to work with the primary as well. So this is actually really nice. The white effect that you can see with my primary, that is coming from this chest piece. And then the shoulder is for the chakram itself to have a second charge for chakram, because chakram really doesn't have any option on that, and I already suggested developers some more essence for chakram, like giving us more movement speed on activating the chakram, or more critical chance on chakram for the enemies that are below 50% health, just like the strafe chest. Then Convergent Moon. This is a really must spent for this build, which is going to reduce the cooldown of spinning chakram by 0.24 seconds whenever you primary attack his and enemies. So the faster your attack speed, the better. And we are combining that with the Electrum Luna, that is Wind Wheel. Spinning Chakram now throws a Wind Wheel blade that drags enemies along its path before spinning in place and exploding. So this is really nice. And also if you have Awaken slot, 10% more damage on that. And for my main hand, this is what I am using, that appended. Finally, Demon Hunter has a really good main hand here, which is crossbow shot has a 28.5% chance of firing an additional shot. So that is actually really good against bosses or enemies itself as well. And for the impale, I am using another main hand excavator, which works with your primary as well. Impale now calls your primary attacks to also hurl penetrating knives that deal to all enemies they pass through. So this is nice, and I am combining that with my offhand that is going to keep the bleed effect, the harmful effect, alive all the time, and that is going to work wonders since all enemies are going to get shrink. That is, and my Puncture Obscura with the bleed is going to trigger harmful effect on all of them. That means the banquet is going to give me 25% critical chance for the challenge rift for the enemies that are taking a lot more to die. So banquet works really well with the Puncture Obscura here. And for the family buff itself, this is what it looks like. Hold on, not this is what I am trying to get here. The attack speed, duration of beneficial effects, critical damage, skill damage, and primary attack damage. This is what I am trying to get in all of them, but some of them have this one where it is. Hold on, where did it go? Oh, okay, it has all the right one, but some of mine have this one, damage done to enemies below 30% life increase 3%. This is nice as well, but however I am trying to get the critical damage and the skill damage from all of them. So these are my essence and the setup. And for the gems itself, these are my gems. Voice Spark works really nice with the Viper Bite and Seeping Vial to spread poison. Gloom Cask works really nicely. Bloodsoaked Jade is just awesome. Bottle Hope, then Mother Lament, and Fervent Fang is great with the second buff, which is 6% increase damage to elite. So this is my setup. So I hope you find this video really useful, and if you have any question, do let me know in the comment section. And also from the warband buff, I am using attacker, so I can get 3.5% more damage. Normally I run with the protector, but when I am doing challenge rift or the gauntlet, I go with the attacker buff from the warband. So yeah, this is it for the video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.